Last night at the Newcastle Sports Entertainment Centre, the Perth Wildcats played the Newcastle NIB Falcons. And just before the game started, Coach Ken Cole paid a very, very special tribute to a young man who was killed in a car accident last Sunday in Perth. Perth's player, Scott Fenton.
The game is growing at such a rapid rate, and people are travelling now from one end of the country to the other. And we're uprooting kids from their homes and their families, and we're taking them from one side of the country to the other. And a couple of years ago, we had an absolute tragedy with Robert Scrigney. And then this week, we had an even worse tragedy. I knew Tina Christie from Sydney when she worked for Michael Wroblewski, who was one of the owners of the Sydney Supersonics, or Kings, or whomever they are now. We'll beat them in a week or two's time. I knew Tina when she worked for Michael. And I knew Scotty Fenton as just a really nice person. He had the capabilities of being a great basketball player, but he wasn't as great as he could have been for one reason, and this is not a criticism, I hope. He wasn't as great as he could have been because he was as nice a human being as you would ever wish to meet in a lifetime. He was a beautiful kid. I never heard him have a bad word to say about anybody. He had his whole life in front of him, and a horrible, horrible tragedy befell the Perth team. But it didn't just happen to Perth, it happened to Australian basketball, and the worst thing, it happened to his family. And we are very, very sad, and it has been a very difficult personal week for me here, and it's been a very difficult week for a lot of people in basketball. And we just wanted to say to the Perth people, because we're fortunate that they're here tonight, and the owner of the club is here tonight, and all of our people are here tonight that are legitimate fans of basketball, and we wanted to say we are very, very sad. We're very respectful for what happened to Scott's family. We deeply regret what happened, and I would like to feel that at the very least we owe just a moment's silence in respect for a very fine young man. And the Newcastle Falcons, and certainly myself, there are no words to express the sorrow we feel. And I mean it, and all I hope is that Newcastle can let Scott's family know and Perth know that's how we felt about a fine young man.
Very, very emotional scenes there at the Newcastle Sports Entertainment Centre last night before the game. But when the game got down to business, it was full of highlights.
Dennis to Hill. Peter Hill's had the last 2 or 3 shots from the three-point line and hasn't made any. Everett. Peter Hill now. Gets the shot away. Can't make 2. Rebound by Torrance.
Not much penetration there, Davis. They're on offense.
No, they're just looking for the outside shot, and Perth knows that, and they're sticking right on them, so they're going to have to go to the hoop a little bit.
Cal Bruton, very unlucky not to get the foul there from Peter Hill. Dennis. He has the three-point attempt and makes it.
That could be a crucial call because
the Falcons hit the front. Well, Calvin Bruton was ridden into the court then. Mike Ellis now, the captain, doing it all himself. Can't do it. Peter Hill gets the pass out to Michael Johnson. Stuck it away to Michael Johnson. And the Falcons out by 3. 88-85.
Watch the action replay then. Beautiful jumper, Michael Johnson. Big slam dunk. Watch the action replay again. Good rebound there by Peter Hill. Plenty of space. Tiny Pinder too far away to have any impact on the play.
Good double movement there with Cal Bruton and Tiny Pinder. Great play. 1-point ball game. The Falcons in front, 88-87.
That's what good teams are like. Perth, a couple of little things went astray there, but they're straight back into the game and just trailing by the 1.
Under 6 minutes now. in the match. Sean Dennis tries to get around Cal Bruton, can't, but I think Cal got a hand on Sean Dennis. He's had a couple of tough calls, the little fella, in the last couple of minutes, and Sean Dennis will go to the line. Let's have a look at this, see if he can pick it up.
I think this was pretty legitimate, as we're going to see it through the referee, and you can see he's got all over his arm there as he's taking the shot.
Sean Dennis gets the first.
There's Sean Dennis's statistics, 80% in 89.
So he gets the 2, the Falcons by 3, 90-87. 5.5 minutes left in the match.
There's the shooting.
And don't forget, you can see all that match at 3:30 this afternoon in local rugby.